So I'm here at the Rose Bowl, and I'm looking at this great rug. So is this Navajo, or how old do you think it is?
It's an early one. I'm not an expert.
Early has so many different meanings to a lot of people. I talked to this teenager, and he was telling me that something back in February was early.
Oh.
Yeah, then I was talking to the 100-year-old man, and he's saying that Lincoln was just a kid. So when you say early, what do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I'm not an expert on
I understand, but if you were a guest, okay, let me stop me when was this made last year?
No.
Okay, was it made during
probably anywhere from 1900 into the 30s.
Okay, so roughly 1920 or so.
Yeah.
And how much in hard cold cash do you want for this thing?
It's $1,000.
So $1,000
until I can authenticate it and get someone.
Now it looks like there's a lot of
there's some issues on it.
Some issues here. Well, you're not marrying this thing.
No.
One has to have this kind of repaired or cleaned. Now, would you mount this on a wall? Is that like a piece of art?
Would.
Is that the likely usage of it?
That or people that collect it. I mean,
when they collect
everything here has two purposes.
Two purposes. One to buy or to sell.
You either buy it to collect it, or you buy it as decor.
I see.
That's virtually everything here has those two things.
And so, what is your name?
Jim Ducote.
Jim Ducote. Now, you've been around here quite a few times.
40 years.
40 years. And is this the normal thing that you deal in, or is this a little unusual for you?
I've been doing this for 40 years.
Well, I mean, the Navajo rug.
Oh, yeah, that's the first time I've ever had a Navajo.
And what do you normally deal in?
Paper.
Paper. Okay.
The citrus labels, I'm the one that started the whole citrus label thing.
I remember.
At one time, I had over 10 million labels.
10 million labels. And when was that?
Back in 61, I caught on to those things, and I started going around to the packing houses and picking them up. And you know Gordon over there by the tree that sells all the labels? He came along about a year later, and he had been picking up a few of them here and there, but I think he really got going after he saw the mass that I had, and both of us just went out and cleaned out every packing house we could find.
Wow.
And he stuck with labels and posters. I started going after a little bit of anything I could find in quantity.
I see.
In my mind, I cleaned out 4 calendar companies. I wound up...
do you remember the names of any of those calendar companies?
The only one I want right close at hand is Wood & Jones.
Wood & Jones?
Here in Pasadena. I got up in their attic and cleaned out everything they had left.
So you still have, I assume, a supply of... now, citrus labels, is that the right word? What do you, since you're kind of the father of it, that's what you would call it, citrus labels. So even if they're avocados or things that aren't citrus...
if you go into the whole genre of labels,
let's say
they'd be fruit crate labels.
So fruit crate labels would be the better term.
Yeah, for all the apple, pears.
So let's say it was asparagus. Now, asparagus is not a fruit. You'd still call it a fruit crate labels.
Yeah, it's just that general.
And is there a phone number I can print?
For me, yeah.
What is it?
It's
very slowly.
760 961
7847.
7847.